You're listening to the Evil Metal Gamers podcast.
Welcome, guys, to another episode of Evil Metal Gamers podcast. Today is March 10th, 2019, and this is episode number 68. My name is Jose Roldan.
This is Dylan Espinal. What's up, guys?
And you're listening to the Evil Metal Gamers podcast, where you hear all your geek news.
All week, every week.
Very good. You get a gold star, sir, for getting that right. I'm proud of you. Did you write that on your palm?
Let me.
You had that written in your palm, right?
Kinda.
Like a cheat sheet?
You're gonna have to tell me the history of that.
What do you mean?
Tell some evil metal history there. Like, who came up with that? You or Frank?
It was Frank. Well, you want to change it? Bro, you're the... It's a lot to remember.
Give it to him. It's a lot of pressure. It's a lot of pressure.
It's two sentences. Too much pressure. I'm not telling you to recite the Declaration of Independence right after that.
No, it's all good. It's all good. I'll keep it alive for Frank.
Oh, okay. You can change it at any time. So it's been to me again. It's been slow for me. There hasn't been any much news and stuff like that this week, but we got segments that we want to introduce to our listeners. First of all, I wanted to say, guys, if you want to, you can catch us all at Spotify. You can also catch us at Google Podcast or Google Play Music, and you can also catch us on iTunes. Don't forget to, once you hear us, download it, make sure you subscribe or hit a like. That helps us out a lot. So we're going to start off with segments. Our new segment that me and Dylan are trying out, we might change it up again, is where we talk about what we've played. We're going to call it The Pit. So whenever we start this, I'm going to say, okay, let's jump in the pit and let's say what we played. So we're going to start off with Dylan. Get in the pit.
Get into the pit, bro. So me and my buddy wrapped up Vermantine 1, and we got to like level 10. So we were like, the grind in that game was just too much. Like,
in part 1 or part 2?
In part 1. Like, we were getting maybe one item as a reward every time we beat a level. So we were like, fuck this, let's just move on.
Really?
Yeah. it was a real bad grind.
Well,
but it's a chill game.
At least you're not grinding and then you can't put on the fucking equipment.
Yeah, for real. So we started up Vermantine 2, and like the improvements on that were like incredible. First of all, they fixed the grinding part, which in the old game you would get one item after a mission is done. And in this one you get 3 per box.
So they learned from the first one, maybe from the customers.
Oh yeah, they learned tons. They added hero abilities, so you do get like I think Kruger, one of the heroes, he does like a rush. The witch hunter gets a pushback and increases your critical slashes for a few moments, and the elf
this is still first person, right?
This is still first person. The characters, the models look way better. They added cosmetics, so you can change the look of your characters. But the main thing is that the reward system where it was fucked in the last game, they improved it like 10 times.
So when you get like equipment and stuff like that, do you see the change in your character? Oh wait a minute, it's first person, right? So you don't actually see the change.
you do see like your weapon, whatever you're using. That'll change.
So let's say you go to the menu screen and you actually see your full character, right?
Yeah.
So if you change the clothes, does it change?
It does.
Okay, so that means that whoever's playing with you would actually see the actual change.
Yeah, and they're adding tons of content all the time. Like, they just came out with an article of the improvements 1 year later, and it's ridiculous. They added 2 more DLCs, cosmetics. Every time you level up, you get a loot box, basically.
A loot box?
Well, it's kind of like, Overwatch or Apex.
Yeah. Can you buy them too or not?
No, you don't. You can't buy them.
Oh, okay, that's good.
Yeah, it's only by doing missions and doing quests. They have daily quests, daily challenges, weekly events, and every time you level up, you get loot, treasure chest, basically.
I want to play this game. I mean, but I gotta wait for a Steam sale for this because it's still $50. Isn't it 60?
I think it's 50. No, it came out for 30. But they do a lot of DLCs. So if you want the DLCs, you'll have to pop down like $10 a piece.
Okay, because
the total is like, if you buy everything with it, it's like $50.
That's not bad. I guess. I mean, I can look up a CD keys. I'm sure that it's like super cheap there.
Yeah, it goes on sale all the time because what they want is you to buy the DLCs.
Okay. Cool.
But yeah, really fun running through the game with Buddy, and I kind of love that world. It's very D&D.
You still play
monsters and stuff like that.
Did you? Sorry, go ahead and finish. I'm sorry.
No, no, go ahead.
Did you jump on Apex again?
I did. I'm always playing it. Every like 2 days, I'll jump in and have a good time.
So do you know what is it? There's a new character coming out now.
There's supposed to be 2 characters. I haven't looked too much into it, but I did look at the patch notes.
They
for those.
There are 50 million players.
I believe it, man. It just
50 million players. They're killing it.
It feels so good to play this game. Like, every time I jump in, I have fun. Even if my team is total garbage, if I can get like 6 kills, I'm good.
Fortnite sales are down 50%. I read from December. So,
and I feel like that's great. Like, now we know how much BR games can be out there before other BR games get affected.
Which it just basically tells me that BR is just gonna be it's just a bubble and it's about to pop. If every time that something new comes out and it just people just jump to the next one, I feel that there is no space for more than one of this garbage or more than 2, because PUBG is even farther behind. Isn't PUBG like dragging?
In the States, it is, but it gained an audience in the Asian market, so they're actually okay.
Yeah, because isn't like 50 cent, 8 cent. Who owns part of them?
Tencent.
Oh, it's Tencent.
Yeah, and they use Epic's engine.
Yeah, you see
their game. They broke into the Chinese market and they're making tons of money over there.
I guess, but I mean, is it more than what Fortnite was doing in the Chinese market? Or is Fortnite like banned over there?
To be honest, I'm not sure. I'm not sure.
I don't think
Fortnite
it's banned.
To make, usually what American companies need do is they partner up with the Chinese company so they can release their games over there, which is kind of crazy.
It is.
But back to Apex, for those who are playing and are enjoying it, the patch notes recently were that one of the shotguns that everybody loves, the Peacekeeper, got nerfed, and the Wingman, which is a single shot pistol.
Mm-hmm.
It got like for the Peacekeeper, the spread got nerfed, the damage got nerfed. And for the wingman, it was the fire rate. And I think that was it.
I really don't know what you're talking about. I played Apex like 5 times.
Yeah, this is mostly for those people that are still playing it.
Still playing it?
Yeah. There are big changes because everybody that jumps into the game looks for the Peacekeeper and the Wingman. And they can shoot you about maybe 3 times, 3 good headshots, and you're down, and it kills you automatically. And the Peacekeeper was even worse. You would get shot twice and you're dead.
Wasn't the Peacekeeper one of the ones where you have to pay to get?
No, yeah, there's no paying in this game.
Wait a minute. I thought there was 2 characters that you could unlock, but you could pay to get them fast.
Oh, that was Mirage and Caustic.
Okay, so there is characters where you can pay so you don't have to grind.
Right. You could pay. They'll give you like in-game money, which is weird.
But that's kind of like pay to win. Are the characters like high powered?
That's the other thing is that one of them doesn't get much play because the hitboxes on the bigger characters are larger than others. So Caustic doesn't get played very often, or
because he get hit easier.
Right.
I mean, they have to figure he can't cover himself. He doesn't have like a shield or anything like that.
No, all he does is put down traps, which is
they got to change that shit then.
Yeah, so Gibraltar is getting reworked, so he's gonna.
I mean, they can change it where he can take way more damage than everybody else.
Right, so that's part of the rework that we were talking about. They wanted to add extra health and more armor to Gibraltar.
Yeah, that would make more sense. Then even if he's getting shot, he can take a beating.
Mm-hmm. I don't know if they're gonna do the same for Caustic. I imagine they're gonna at least give him extra shield or something.
Maybe.
But that's the first reworks that they were talking about in the patch notes. And yeah, I'm still having a great time with this game.
So, do you really think this thing can last longer than Fortnite? What did Fortnite last? A year and a half?
It'll depend on how much content they come out with.
And what else comes out.
Yeah, a new map. And the Battle Royale mode for Battlefield is going to come out real soon.
But I mean, like Fortnite didn't really change anything on the playthrough. Like it had, what did it have? It have the single player, then the group battle royale. That was it, right?
And I think they had the Infinity Gauntlet thing with Thanos jumped in.
Well, I mean, like PUBG just added the Mr. X. Have you seen that? What the fuck?
And I think Fortnite also currently is doing a mode where it's Save the World mode. And there's like a bunch of monsters on the map.
Whatever, Fortnite. Just give it up.
They're trying, man.
Just disappear.
But yeah, that's Apex, man. Apex is real fun.
You play anything else?
The other thing I'm playing is Guacamelee with my wife.
Part 1 or part 2?
Part 1.
I own this game. I've never played it. I bought it because it's like, you know, when you have a Steam sale and it tells you, oh, this game is 99 cents. And you're like, sure.
Yeah.
I'll get it.
It's actually 4 players, so if you...
really? It's 4 player?
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
It's on. It is on.
It's really good Metrovania.
I wouldn't put it in the Metrovania.
That's what it is. I mean, you get abilities, you backtrack, you open new zones. You don't get.
It's not more like
stuff.
Ori and the stone, whatever you call it. It's not more like that.
No, it's not. I mean, you do get new suits and stuff. And you get like money to purchase abilities and talents. But most of it is, side scrolling. You break secret walls. You run to bosses. There's a unique combo system in the game that I think most Metroidvanias don't have.
Okay, so I have it here. So if we play all four of us at the same time, so it's like Rayman.
Yeah, pretty much. But instead of like puzzles and speed, it's more of a brawler.
I like that. I like that a lot.
Yeah, they had a good vision for it. The whole Mexican Dias de los Muertos thing.
Dia de los Muertos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Doesn't always jive with me, but they had such a strong vision and good writing for all the characters that I was pretty impressed.
Wait a minute, you didn't like Coco?
I thought it was okay. It wasn't
what?
Out of this world. Yep. It didn't blow my mind.
Well, folks, I'm sorry that this is probably the only second episode I'm going to be able to do with Dylan. I can't invite him next week. How the hell did you say Coco was
blow
okay?
My mind. Because we've seen better. We've seen Inside Out. We've seen.
Don't you fucking say Up. Frozen or I'll stab you. I'll go to California and stab you.
No, I'm not gonna see Frozen. But I will say Up. I will say Inside Out was just better movies.
Coco is good, man. What's wrong with you? The worst Pixar movie was Dinosaur.
Yeah,
that was garbage.
I'm not saying Coco was bad. I'm saying it could have been better.
How could it be better? You know what? I get it. You don't like Mexicans. So I'm assuming this is what's going on over here.
God damn it. You can't say that. You know where I live.
No. I know you just don't like Dia de los Muertos, so automatically you assume the movie sucked. I get it. So you didn't cry once in that movie.
I didn't cry, man.
Not even Rebecca, your wife?
Nobody cried, man.
Man, you guys are heartless beans.
I went with my cousins. They did cry.
You guys are about as dead inside like those muertos in the movie.
I don't know. It's like I remember very precisely, Up and all the other stuff they've made, and there's a bar now. There's this level of excellence.
There's no crying in Inside Out.
What are you talking about when her imaginary friend sacrifices himself to save her emotions?
Okay.
It was intense.
When Coco sings, not sings, when Miguel sings to Coco to get her to remember, that wasn't emotional for you?
It was not emotional. When
he sings the song "Remember Me" to his daughter,
remember me. I remember that. It was good.
He's a baby, and that was the last time he saw her, and then he died. That wasn't emotional. You're horrible.
It's bad.
You're a horrible person.
I'm not saying it's bad. It's just it didn't blow my mind.
You should blow your mind. Is what you should do. Keep going. What were you saying? Guacamelee. What else have you played?
That's it for me. What have you been playing?
That's it? No, I've only played one game. And that was Devil May Cry 5. But that was all I played. And I've only been playing it for the last 3 days because what did I play before that? I know I was focusing on something and I said, I'm going to play this till Devil May Cry comes out. Oh yeah, it was Anthem. And then I never touched it again. As soon as Devil May Cry got here in my hands, I never played it again. So
It's been getting good reviews, man.
What, Anthem?
No, Devil May Cry.
I was about to say, I think you're reading the reviews backwards or some shit.
So far, they've been saying it has one of the best combat systems ever.
Well, first of all, the one thing that I liked about Devil May Cry is that they used the RE engine, which I didn't know they used. I thought the RE engine was strictly for Resident Evil, hence the RE.
It was a smart move because they wanted realism, as realistic as they can get.
Yeah, and
that's what they got.
This game is optimized perfectly in PC. I don't know how it runs on the console. I got it for PC, but at ultra, everything at the highest setting, I'm getting 100 and higher than 130 to 140 frames per second, and I have a GTX 1070. So this game is optimized perfectly, and it doesn't choke my CPU. I guess it strictly uses the graphics card, but I mean it's I have to give it to Capcom. The last 2 games they've done are been perfect for PC. There is one small problem that I don't like, but it's a small problem, and it's a 1% thing, and it's that it doesn't have ultra wide support, and it's no big deal. I know people with ultra wide support, they're probably pissed and they want to murder the people at Capcom, but I feel
first world problems, man.
It's a small issue, and to tell you the truth, I feel that the reason they went into full screen is because I really think that by keeping it in that box and keeping it in the regular, it's not 21:9, is it? Is that what regular widescreen is? You know what I mean? Regular widescreen, not ultra wide. I feel like by leaving it like that, the frames can be higher and the game runs smoother. I think that's what they were aiming for. But so there's 3 characters you play now. You got Dante, which is, for anybody who's not familiar with Devil May Cry, Dante's the hero from Devil May Cry 1, 2, 3, and then he was the side guy in part 4. He was also in DMC, but that's a remake that was made by Ninja Theory that people don't want to talk about it. They just would prefer not to talk about it at all and forget about it, which I personally liked, but people didn't like it.
Yeah, it was a good game.
I thought it was great, but a lot of people hated Dante there. But okay, whatever. Ninja Theory is also pretty good at doing combos and stuff, so.
Yeah, it was solid.
So you got Dante, and then you also got Nero, which was the character from Devil May Cry 4. He's the one that has the grip with a demon arm that can capture people. He was like the Raiden. He's the Raiden of Metal Gear. I still say it as like that, but I mean, people liked him. But I feel like that's what they went for. Is like, you want a character and then you give me another. But he's back, and then you got, I believe his name is V. Yeah, V is the newest character. Now, V is fucking amazing. I really enjoyed V. The way he plays is, you're not even fighting with V. Pretty much all you do with him is make sure you dodge out of the way to make sure you don't get hit by the demons. But he does summons. So you got a panther. That's like a demon panther. And then you got a demon crow, I want to say. It's a bird. So you got a demon bird, a demon panther, and then you can unleash like a big demon. His name is Nightmare. Now that one's when all your devil triggers are up complete. Then you can take out Nightmare. Nightmare's like this big ass monster that comes out and attacks. But at no point are you fighting. V walks around with his silly little cane, and he lets the demons do the fighting for it. Now you have full control of the demons. So, for example, if you're playing with Nero, the white button would be the shotgun, and I'm saying the white button. Let me look at the controller. I might be saying that wrong. Either way, the button that would be for shooting would be one of the demons. The button that would be for the sword would be another demon. And you have full power of controlling both of them. One of the demons is a flying demon, so you can use him as more of a trajectory, like the gun. And then the panther is more like your sword. He's the one who goes in and fights, hand to hand. So all you have to do is to make sure you don't get hit. So you can dodge and move around and walk, but he walks really slow. It's not like he runs. And basically, all that V does is the finishing move, which eventually the demons that you're fighting, they go into this white color, like a white pale color, and that's when V can go in for the kill. And it's such a satisfying way to play. It's such a fresh look on how to, like, I could play a full-blown game with just that character. Because
that's really cool.
It is. You at no point are you actually playing the character. You're playing 3 different demons. And your character...
Is there... Is there a lot of juggling you have to do with his character?
I'm sure that the experts, the people who live in their basements and stuff, can probably do it better than me, because it's not the same as when you're playing Dante or Nero. If you're using the specific character like the Panther, you have to be thinking to throw a character up into the air and then be able to use the bird and hit him in the air. And it doesn't work as well as playing Dante or Nero. But it's still pretty cool. Like, go ahead.
My other question is, like, do the summons feel like when you do the change up, does it feel natural?
Yeah, it feels amazing. I'm telling you. It's so fucking cool. Oh, and then the demons can get killed. And let me tell you, if both of your demons get killed, then you're pretty much fucked, because V can't do shit.
So the summons can actually die.
They can actually die, and then you have to go back and resurrect them. Like, go towards them and resurrect them. But at one point, if it's just you two, if both of them are down at the same time, the demons know that you don't have nothing to back you up, and they're going to go for you. And the other thing is, your devil trigger goes up the more you fight, but if you use up all your devil triggers, V can actually, you push a button and he pulls out like a Bible. I say it's a Bible, but he pulls out like a satanic book or whatever, and he reads off of it. And that's all he does, is starts reading off the book, and then he pretty much starts reviving his devil trigger. He starts filling it up again. Now, at the point where you're walking around reading this book, you're vulnerable, because the monsters know what you're doing. I might be wrong, but to me, I could tell, because I tried it a couple of times to make sure I was, testing it right. The more you do that, the demons know that you're trying to fill up your devil trigger, and they fucking rush at you. They don't want you to read it, because
so reading it is like filling up your devil trigger.
Exactly, yeah. The more you read it, it starts filling it up.
So it's like a power up.
Exactly. And they know
Super Saiyan.
Exactly. Perfect way to say it. Now, when you push the devil trigger, his hair turns white, like Dante. And V is an awesome character. He's like this, he looks like what's the Star Wars idiot that puts his pants all the way up to his nipples?
Talking about Kylo Ren?
Kylo Ren. He looks exactly like Kylo Ren.
Yeah, he does.
He looks exactly like him. I said, think of it. It's like a mix of Kylo Ren and Marilyn Manson. And he looks like he's that kid that works at Hot Topic who sells you a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle shirt. He looks just like that.
How does Dante feel?
I haven't gone to Dante. I'm not gonna lie. I've only gotten Nero. Right now, the story's kind of complex. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Because the game is fun, but the story is like, what the hell? What is this? Right now it's just Nero and V trying to rescue Dante. Or at least it feels like they're trying to find Dante. So I know eventually you do find Dante, and he is a playable character, but I haven't played him yet. Now, Nero.
So I wonder...
Go ahead.
I wonder if Capcom expected everybody to play through the collections and the remaster 4.
I'm assuming. But the one thing I don't like about Nero is that Nero has one arm. Now, I I have to look it up because I don't remember what it's called. The devil trigger for Nero is different than the one for V or for Dante. Dante comparing into the old games. The way that Nero works now is since he's missing his arm, he has like these robotic arms a la Metal Gear Solid 5. And he can... You have to find them through the playthrough of the game as you're playing around. And then you can use those as a devil trigger. So there's no way to upgrade them. There's no way to get like fighting and get them back. You have to find them in the playthrough. And once you find them, then they're available for you. And they have one special move that you could use it as you're playing with them. And then you have the devil trigger. Once you use the devil trigger, the arm's gone. And then you're back to... Yeah, it's I hate to say it is shitty because it plays really good with the arm. But so before you start a mission, this cowboy girl, I don't know her name. She's basically like the sidekick who
Nero's girlfriend, yeah.
No, it's not his girlfriend. His girlfriend's there too, but this is some cowgirl that's in a van, and she pretty much upgrades everything for you. Mm-hmm. So she even has the statue in her van. Remember where you had to go to the statue that was like yellowish, and that's where you used to go to get all your skills and stuff?
Yeah, and items.
And your items and stuff. Okay, so she has one of those in her van. And that's how you're able to pick up your whatever combos you want to use or what upgrades you want to do. But she's there basically using the statue. So it's like a new way or a new vision to do it. And
so there's not a hub world, is there?
No, there isn't. And now if there's certain like halfway through, usually before a boss or a very tough battle, you'll have like access to a public phone and you can call her and she'll show up.
That's so weird.
Yeah, and she shows up in a van, and then you get in the van and you pretty much do up your upgrades and stuff like that.
So does she show up for all the characters or just Nero?
Right now it's just for V and Nero, yes. I don't know if she shows up for Dante because I haven't been able to find them or play yet. But so yeah, I don't like the fact that you have to look for these arms while playing. Now you could always go with a girl and then look at and you can buy them, but I mean you're using your red gems to buy an arm that you might use. You understand? So you're spending the gem, but then you might use it up. So it's better to just find them. And what was I gonna say? So Nero has one arm. Let's pretend he has only one arm when you don't have any more devil trigger situation. So he doesn't feel like as fluent as Dante or as he was when he had the other arm, because he's using one hand to use the sword, and then he puts the sword away and he can only use the shotgun, the soft shotgun. But I mean, he still plays really good. I mean, overall, the design, the lighting about this game, everything, and I know you never played Resident Evil 2, but the RE engine, whenever you killed a zombie, it wouldn't go away; it would stay there. There's things. There's like a part where I go to a library, like this giant library, and I hit around, and the books fall off the shelves and stuff, and they stay there; they don't disappear. Yeah, it's like it's crazy detailed in this game. It's really good, and I haven't seen any slowdowns. I mean, and I've been bombarded with monsters and stuff. It's a lot like the other Devil May Cries. So if you're not a fan of
gameplay, though, back to the gameplay though, do you need Nero's arm, or do you think you can beat it the whole level with just a sword?
I killed the whole boss without it.
Oh,
I mean, the arms do some crazy stuff. There's not just one or two arms. I've gotten like about 6 different arms, and every time you defeat a boss, they lose like a piece of the body or something, and then the girl can build you a new arm, like a new design of an arm, and they all do something different. Like I got one arm that I could throw, and he would stand on it and kind of like surf on it. Mm-hmm. So you're like flying around on a rocket arm, and you're balancing yourself in it while fighting. And then there was some that the devil trigger, which is when you use it to use a superpower and then you never get the arm back. The arm goes fucking crazy and just starts going up in like a rocket, and he's just bombarding everything, but then it's gone.
Huh.
Yeah, that's a lot of people are not gonna like that. I'm pretty sure. I'm hoping that when you finish the game, they give you a permanent arm.
Yeah, I would think like New Game Plus or something.
Maybe. I hope so. That would be good, because it sucks to be looking for these arms. And go ahead.
Can you stockpile the arms?
Yeah.
For like later levels?
I think so, because they give you when you go to the selection screen, you can pick two different like what do you call it when you can collect arms, and then they give you a second row, and then you can pick which one you want when you're about to go to battle.
Oh, okay.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's like a inventory screen.
Yeah, you could pick like, okay, this is my heavy hitters, and this one's more of my light hitters or whatever, or this is my speed ones. So you get two of those.
That's so weird.
Yeah,
I'm really interested in that.
Yeah, and they're and it's not like you're going around and finding these fucking arms everywhere, you know? It's like maybe you'll find one every 30 minutes.
Yeah.
But once you get it, you don't have to push the devil trigger button. You can just use the special button, and they do their thing, different things. And the other thing is, they both have like a pool type of rope, and then you can bring the monsters to you, or you can go towards the monsters and stuff like that. So
yeah, I saw some gameplay of that. It's like a hook shot.
Yeah, it's like that. I mean, it's pointless to use it with V. It's really pointless, because if they're not white, if they're not in that white color, V can't do shit. You can't kill the demon.
Mm-hmm.
And then the demon has like this circle. All demons have like a circle around them, so it's kind of like their HP. So no more guessing how much more do I have to hit this bastard till he dies.
So can you go back on like a previous mission you've completed? Yes,
you can. So you could perfect it and stuff, like if you want to get S rank and shit like that. They also the other thing that's back is the challenges. Those are back. The hidden challenges where you go in there and they give you like 2 minutes to kill all the monsters, or make sure you juggle the monster for more than 2 minutes. I hate those, but those I don't know if you remember those.
Yeah,
where you have to keep them balanced in the air. But I mean, that's what keeps the game alive, you know? Those challenges is what makes it interesting. I mean, and when you do a challenge like that, you feel it's satisfying when you do it. They're frustrating. But when you do it, it's like, yeah, I did it.
So far, the game sounds super dope, but I'm afraid that the story's gonna be cheesy.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I have no idea what the fuck is going on. I mean, it's just like, what? There's these demon things that are attacking the city and stuff like that, and you're like, they're very skippable. Like, you know, it's not like, oh, I need to see what's gonna happen. You can play the entire game skipping all that shit. If that's what you want to do, is just play, you can.
I mean, so far it's getting rave reviews.
Yeah, it's good, and for $40 on PC. You can't beat it. It's amazing.
I'm really happy for Capcom, though. Like,
Capcom's killing it, man.
Third game in a row that they've just killed it with.
Yeah. All they need to do now is a good bionic commando. It's not gonna happen.
That's scary. Yeah. But it would have to be like side scrolling.
They could. I mean, I don't know. I mean, if they could retry Marvel vs. Capcom, that'd be great. But they can't. There's no way they can pay Disney now again for this shit.
I forgot about that. I don't think they want to because Disney really.
Because now you could now they could do it the right way since Disney bought X-Men. Remember, they had none of the X-Men characters in the last Marvel vs. Capcom.
From what I hear is that wasn't the problem. It was
it was the whole fucking game was the problem.
Yeah.
It was just they went in this route to make them realistic, and it was stupid. Do you realize a character like Chun-Li, to make her look realistic is impossible when her thighs are the size of like 2 kids? You know, a real life version of Chun-Li would be like, what is wrong with her?
Yeah.
You know,
I mean, I haven't played the game enough to know what the real problems were. But
no, it was just terrible. Yeah. It was a horrible game. And I'm glad that they didn't put that in Evo.
Yeah, they've been killing it with Resident Evils, Monster Hunter, even Mega Man got really good games.
Yeah, no, they keep it going, man. And they said they're open to remake most of their games, which is awesome. Give me a Dino Crisis. Give me a.
I feel like Onimusha will be nice.
Onimusha would be, especially with the trend that we're going now with Sekiro and what's the other one?
Shadows Die Twice.
Isn't that Sekiro?
That is Sekiro. You were talking about
the PlayStation
Ghost
1.
Of Tsushima.
What is it called?
Yeah, Ghost of Tsushima.
Ghost of Tsushima. Why not? I mean, if in E3 they drop the fucking they drop a bomb on E3 that they're gonna do. Oh my god. What is the name of the game again? Their samurai game.
Onimusha.
If they drop Onimusha there, it would be amazing.
What would you like
I don't know if
see?
they can use the Sasuke character. I mean, none of the characters again because it's based on real Japanese actors. Both of them.
I mean, what we like to see, like a brand new Onimusha or a remake?
No, a remake. Absolutely.
Okay, yeah, that's
I love the stories of. I love the third one. Third one was my favorite, with Jean Venu, and he had that fucking whip. Oh my god, I love that game. It's probably the cheesy. I bet you if I played it now, I would say like, oh my god, this is so fucking cheesy. But I love that game. 2 was okay with Sasuke. It was okay. But Samanosuke was awesome. And then you could play the Ninja Girl too. Like, it was so good. It was such a great game.
Do you think we'll see Deep Down ever again?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Yeah, it sounds like that one's dead.
It was so deep down. There's no way to bring it back up.
But like,
it looked amazing, but I think it was just like a pipe dream.
It looked, it looked really amazing. But now that like Resident Evil has come out,
I'm wondering if the engine that they used for, was it Deep Down or was it Down Below?
It was Deep Down.
Well, if I wonder if that ended up transforming into the RE engine.
It has to be, right? Because it looked so good, and now that Resident Evil was out, everybody's like, wow, this looks amazing.
It looks amazing. And I'll be honest, I mean, they can remake Resident Evil 3 and 4. No, don't touch 4. Don't touch it.
Don't touch 4, yeah.
Resident Evil 3 and Code Veronica. At this point, I would rather see Code Veronica over Resident Evil 3. But, I mean, Resident Evil 3 looks like it's more of a realistic pattern because they already can just work on the city, you know, but I still say that can just be a DLC. Dead serious. If you make it a 5-hour campaign where it's just Claire and Carlos escaping, you don't have to do a whole fucking game of that, because it wasn't even that great. But Code Veronica, I have dreams about Code Veronica because you played both Redfields, you know?
Right.
You know, I didn't know you could use Chris. I think they kept it very hush-hush.
It would be a smart move for Capcom, just because they have the story written.
Yeah.
They know what models to
and they already know it
make.
makes money.
And it's easy money. Yeah, they don't have to worry about
easy money, bro. Easy money. I really don't think, and I'm not criticizing 7, but I really don't think they should go back to the first person. They were testing it out, and it was success. But stay third person.
I think 7 should become like a spin-off if they go back to that mode. First person, it should be a whole new franchise.
I mean, they have to explain why Chris is working for Umbrella.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a spoiler. I'm sorry. Whoever. Fuck, I shouldn't have said that.
But they should use that engine again in first person and just make a new franchise.
I guess. I mean, why not?
They did such a good job with it.
I mean, I'll even take 1 and 0 as a remake. A remake, whatever you call it. A remake of a remake. Because 0, Capcom, can you imagine 0 on that train with the RE engine? Oh my god, I could die.
Yeah. Capcom, keep it up, man. Yeah. Keep it up.
Especially when they're on top of the train and it's... Remember that? It was like pouring and he's walking through the train as it's moving and the rain is hitting his face and I was like, man, if they did that in RE engine, it would be amazing.
Yeah.
But anyway, Devil May Cry, I recommend it. I recommended buying it, but if you're not sure, then go ahead and rent it at Redbox, because it's not for everyone. It could be a tough game, and you know how some people don't like to do combos and shit like that.
You think it's gonna sell a lot, or?
I don't think so. I don't think it'll. I want it to sell, but I don't think it will. I mean, it's gonna be a success, but it's not gonna be Resident Evil 2 success, and it's only because of the reputation that Devil May Cry carries. A lot of people can't do what that game wants you to do, bro. A lot of people can't do 2 things at the same time in video games. They can't. That's why they stick to first person. You know? That's why they stick to RPGs.
Yeah, I'm afraid that like Devil May Cry name is not as exciting as it used to be.
I don't think it is.
When the first 3 came out, everybody was like...
3 was the toughest one of all of them. 3 was like ruthless. And I think this is where they lost the audience. When they made 3 so tough, it's the only one I didn't pass. Was 3. 3 was tough, bro. It was really tough. And I know they added trophies for it now, so I wonder sometimes if I should just go back and try it.
I have the collection on Steam.
I got the collection for free with Twitch.
Nice.
Yeah, because you know if you have Prime, do you have Prime?
Yeah, I got Prime.
Oh wait, you don't want to open new. You don't want new. What do you
launchers?
Yeah, you don't want new.
What do you get it on Origin or something?
No, you get it on Twitch. It's another launcher.
What the fuck?
Yeah,
I didn't even know Twitch had a gaming launcher.
Yeah, they do. Through Prime.
Too much.
Yeah, of course it's too much. But I mean, but recommend it. I definitely, for people who like the original, I recommend buying. But for people who have their doubts, rent the game. Do not play without renting it, because it might be a little bit overwhelming for some people. Anywho, let's get to our next segment. Let's go to our Foxhound News.
Let's start talking about the PS4 gets remote play for iDevices. Are you excited?
Wait, what? Really? Is this real?
Yeah, with I think PSN just got a system update, and with it, you could play your games on iPad or even phone.
Only the Apple phones?
Yeah, right now only the iDevices.
Wow. That's actually really cool.
Yeah. You can look it up, actually. I'm not sure if Android's in there yet.
It makes sense to put it on Apple first. Makes perfect sense.
I mean, I imagine if there's a PSN app on Android, maybe you can run it through there. I don't see why not.
I don't see why.
But you have to deal with a lot more hackers, I guess, on Android.
I mean, I never liked remote play, to tell you the truth. I got a PS Vita just to do remote play, and I thought it was stupid. Really, it was. It's like, it doesn't play that well.
Right.
It plays okay.
I was never interested in that stuff.
But I mean, I did like that you can play it from anywhere.
Yeah, it's a cool update, especially since they stopped giving like PS3 owners and Vita owners games. So it's a step in the right direction.
We'll see. I mean, for God's sake, Sony definitely has to be coming up with something. You haven't heard from them at all. They've been very quiet.
Yeah, they're busy getting shit ready for E3.
What? They're not going to be an E3.
Yeah, I meant PSX actually.
Yeah, they're
probably gonna launch that PS5.
I think so too. I wouldn't be surprised if it comes out at the end of 2019.
I'm not too sure about that, but definitely next year.
One of these two companies is coming out with a system this year. Xbox could do it.
I have my doubts, man.
Why not? First of all, let's talk about this new Xbox thing where now they're coming out with one version where it's discless. I'm not sure about what this exact thing has to do with about discless. I mean, is it going to be only stream only, or can you download stuff into the hard drive? Because
the rumor is right now it's both. It's gonna have a 1 terabyte solid state hard drive, maybe.
Solid state? Holy shit!
Yeah, and it'll stream whatever.
They're not messing around.
They're calling it the Xbox. The Xbox. That's not Game Pass. It's like.
You don't know?
I forgot what they call it.
We'll find out eventually. But I mean, what's the price range? Because if you want to really do an impact, if you're trying to get people back into Xbox, I thought, why not lower it where it's close to the Switch?
It's called xCloud. That's what they're calling it.
The xCloud?
Yeah, so that's going to be their streaming service.
I mean, if they could bring that price range to $250, goddamn.
Yeah, I could see 300 maybe for this one.
What do you mean 300? They can't do it for 300. It has to be low.
If they're gonna stick a 1 terabyte SSD.
Yeah, you know what? You're right, because it's SSD. They have to keep it at 300. If it was a regular hard drive, then I would say do it 250. Does the world need another Xbox? Come on. There's so many Xboxes right now.
It's all about giving people the choice,
But
right?
here's my prediction.
You're going to do that.
My prediction is that if this is a success, then they're going to stop selling the ones with the actual hard drive, the discs player. And not that I like Xbox a lot, but it's still the best Ultra HD player out there. It's the best one. So if you're in the market of buying a 4K Blu-ray player, Xbox is the perfect one. It doesn't have to be the Xbox One X. You can buy the Xbox One S, and it's still a better price than going to buy yourself a Sony Blu-ray 4K player. Am I wrong? You're getting a whole fucking game system, and it plays 4K.
I was really hoping Sony would have come out with a 4K PlayStation 4. But they never did. They never came out with a new model.
I mean, I feel like Xbox is going to get rid of that very soon. I think that's what they're aiming at.
They don't need it.
They don't need it, exactly. But I mean, you might as well get your hands on an S before they stop doing production on it.
Yeah, but I think they're still gonna have one with the disc, just because with all the studios they purchased last year, they're gonna come out with a lot of new games.
It's true.
It's gonna be exciting.
We will see. I've thought about buying an Xbox, but Kimberly's the only one who wants it. So
yeah,
I mean, but I do like the fact that
it's not worth
$10 a month and you get all the Halos. That's not bad.
Yeah, or you could just
Gears.
I don't know. I see all that stuff coming to the PC eventually.
I thought they already were.
Halo. The Halo games aren't, but I see them coming out sooner or later.
Yeah, I think they got Project Racing, and they have Killer Instincts and stuff like that. They just had it like Fallout, wasn't it? Fallout 4. It's growing.
Yeah, that's on the
It's growing, bro.
That's on the Game Pass, yeah.
It's growing. We'll see. What else you got?
FromSoftware is thinking of making a battle royale game.
Okay, so explain to me who this software is.
Software is the creators of...
That's their actual name,
Souls.
Software?
FromSoftware.
Software from Software.
Yeah.
FromSoftware.
And they made Demon Souls, Bloodborne, Dark Souls.
Okay.
The Eternal Ring.
But I mean, why are they making a battle royale, man? Why?
Well, the director said we're thinking about it. We kind of want to see what we can do with that genre.
Stop thinking about it.
I don't know.
Stop. Just stop. You're thinking about it. Just stop thinking about it.
Yeah, it hurts me because I love their single player stuff.
No, don't do the fucking battle royale bullshit. You already do something like this where people play together and kill each other in this game.
Yeah, I really want to see if they would make out like Armored Core or, something else in the Soul series. But we'll see what happens with that.
We will see, sir. Hopefully we don't see anything, but we will see. So this is another one. Actor Alfonso Ribeiro drops the Carlton dance lawsuit for Fortnite.
That's because they settled with it.
Nah, I don't think they settled. They said you don't own a dance. You don't.
Other people would disagree with you.
I don't think he owns it. He created it, but he created it on a show. If anything, it should be NBC fucking suing.
I guarantee you they settled.
I don't think so. They told him he doesn't own it.
Who told them that?
The judge. All right, Fresh Prince star Alfonso Ribeiro has dropped the lawsuit against the makers of Fortnite over the video game's use of Carlton dance. This comes from the Daily Beast, just in case anybody's listening. The Carlton Banks dorky dance, the Tom Jones hit It's Not Unusual, became known around the world in the 1990s. Claiming that Robert De Niro's lawyer files documents Thursday in federal court saying he's voluntarily dismissing the suit. No specific reason was given, but the legal action received a serious blow last month when the federal officials denied Ribeiro a copyright for Carlton. You see? It's not copyrighted.
They denied him. It's not copyrighted.
Yeah.
But I think other singers and dancers actually have that stuff copyrighted.
Do they?
he's not the only one suing. There's like 3 other
It's like
artists.
John Travolta doesn't go around suing people from Saturday Night Fever. So I'm sorry. I don't know. I don't think you have a case. The only reason you're suing is because Fortnite makes money. But hey, he probably dropped as soon as he heard that the Apex is kicking Fortnite's ass, he dropped the lawsuit. He goes like, what's the point? They're not going to make any more money. So he just give up.
Yeah. It's curious to see what's going to happen with the other
They're going to drop it too.
artists.
So stupid.
I don't know, man.
Stupid. It's just people
We'll
looking
see.
for fucking money. It's just a damn shame. The other thing, did you know that I didn't know that the Anthem problem with getting the refunds for the PlayStation was that it was shutting down people's system, like turning off completely.
Yeah, it's hard crashes. Yeah.
Hard crashes and some people's, I don't know, it's rumored that some people's PlayStation bricked.
No, that's just a rumor. What's been happening is after the hard crash, the system would boot up and like rebuild the system.
So it's overheating the
memory.
system, basically.
Yeah, and there's been a couple instances where the save would delete.
Oh, that's fucked up.
Yeah, so people have been pretty mad.
Just
It's
give
only
them the
on
refunds.
PlayStation 4.
Give them the refunds.
Yeah, Sony's been doing that.
It's a damn shame, man, because I'm telling you, this game is fun. It's fun. I enjoy playing it, but it's just a damn shame, the disastrous mess. And it looks like every week a new pile of shit falls in the lap of of BioWare. And then the next week, more shit falls from the sky on them. And it's like, at one point, I mean, I can't believe that the team of BioWare right now has ulcers all the way up their ass. They have ulcers in their stomach. They're probably not eating, vomiting, because it's just the stress must be, ugh.
Yeah, I feel really bad for that studio, man.
Yeah.
They should find a way to get out of there.
I don't think it has to do anything, bro. No. I am so sick and tired of people blaming EA and shit, but I mean, at the end of the day, Dylan, BioWare needed to check this fucking game, okay? This is not EA. This is a BioWare thing that should have been checked. Game should have been double checked, triple checked before you put it out.
I give you that. I mean, they should have not released it.
Exactly. But I'm not
put it in the oven longer. But they don't have final say in this. It's EA who wanted what do they call it these days?
The final say on the release date?
They have the final say on the release date, and they have the final say on what kind of game they're gonna make.
EA, I understand. I don't like EA either, but there's no way that EA said, let's release it the way it is, like this shit that it is.
Well, it's not just about the shit that it is. It's about the way they went about it, which is EA wants games as a service, and that's what BioWare tried to do. They failed spectacularly, but that was their overall aim. Is this new model that most big companies want their games to be a service?
Yo, there's a
Go ahead. If it wasn't for that, this game would have been a single player game.
It should be a single player game. There's no reason this game should be a multiplayer game. It's designed specifically. All of its design, it looks like it's supposed to be a single player game. But whatever.
Yeah. And I wouldn't be surprised to see the next Dragon Age having some kind of multiplayer in it. Just because that's EA's model now.
The whole game could have been single player, and they would have just kept the open world as the multiplayer. That's how it should have been. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So when you're out in the open world, then you play with other people.
Yeah, they could have just done so much more if they didn't need to worry about having other players in your missions and balancing that shit out, making the networks work.
Yep. What else you got? Any other news?
Nintendo Labo's VR. You're excited for this shit?
Well, first of all, you have to stick that thing right in your face. If I'm not mistaken, I read somewhere you have to be holding it at all times. So it doesn't strap on your head.
It's gonna be uncomfortable. Cardboard
it doesn't
box.
have to be. It is uncomfortable because you have to hold it with your hands.
Yeah,
it's the dumbest thing in the world. How do you not give a strap?
It's really dumb. And the system wasn't made for that. I just don't want to see it.
They should have just done a VR that connects to the Switch. Simple like that. And don't tell me you don't got any money, Nintendo. You got the money.
Yeah, but the Switch wouldn't be able to run that thing.
I mean, if you keep it simple, a la Virtual Boy.
Yeah, that's what they need, another Virtual Boy.
Well, obviously not another Virtual Boy. Wasn't it?
Might as well.
Why don't we just make a Wii U too while we're at it?
All this might as well just throw in the garbage. They shouldn't even wasted manpower or energy for this idea.
Yeah, I agree. But they're still gonna do it. It's gonna come out. It'll probably be big in Japan.
Square did announce that they're making another Octopath Traveler. So.
For the phones.
For consoles.
Octopath. Okay, listen. Switch RPGs. Octopath Traveler is coming to Android and iOS.
Yes, and consoles.
So it's coming out for all three? iOS, Android, and Switch?
They haven't said which consoles. They just said consoles. So whatever Octopath 2 turns out to be, it'll probably just be Switch, I'm expecting. Though I'm not sure.
Huh. I don't know. I mean, that came out... Go ahead.
Resident Evil 4 is going to be $50 on the Switch too.
How much?
It's just announced. $50.
$50 is too much for this game. This game is...
Yeah.
It's too much.
It's that Nintendo tax.
The other Resident Evils came out, they were also expensive. The remakes. It's too much.
Nintendo tax.
I don't give a crap about their Nintendo tax. Can't charge that much. People's not going to buy it. I don't know. I feel like Diablo would have sold more if it wasn't fucking $60. But hey, man.
Yeah. It would have sold more.
But then you do... It's like Nintendo has it all upside down. Then they do something like Tetris 99, which is extremely popular, and they put no in-game sales in there at all.
Well, the selling point for them, it was to get more people to join their online service.
That's their selling point?
Yeah. I mean,
I guess.
I'm sure that's what they were trying to do with that. It's like, let's just get as many people as possible.
And it's popular. I mean, people
service.
play the fuck out of that game.
Yeah. It's really good. It was a smart idea.
So, my final news is going to be that the original Diablo has been released for what we thought was a dying thing, which is good old games. GOG is getting the original Diablo. Now, isn't that unusual for Blizzard to give away an IP like that?
Yeah, it's the weirdest shit I've heard all year, actually.
So,
it's like, good old games? Why are they getting Diablo?
Makes me wonder if Activision is going to be helping CD Red Project on Cyberpunk.
I don't know. It's just such a small game, though. It's just
that's
Diablo.
what I'm just giving my. They say they needed help from somebody,
and then Battle.net doesn't even have Diablo on their store.
So that's really weird.
It's like the weirdest shit ever.
I don't know,
but I mean, it kind of makes sense because everything on GOG is DRM free.
Yeah.
So maybe they just want people to play it.
We will see.
whoever wants to drop that $20 or whatever it costs.
It can't be $20. That game should be $1.99. Game is old as hell.
It is, but it's
Like
that,
really old,
that
isn't it?
Blizzard
Like
tax.
old. I mean,
It's that Activision Blizzard tax, man.
Whatever.
It's like that. It's like a Mario game.
Okay, so anything else you want to add before we close off this episode?
One last thing is Netflix is gonna wants to do a Cowboy Bebop live action show and a One Piece live action show.
That's it?
Have you heard about this?
Of Cowboy Bebop?
Yeah.
Might be good.
They're playing with fire, though. They're playing with fire. If they fuck this shit up, a lot of people's gonna be pissed, man.
It doesn't matter, bro. It's Netflix. It's fucking Netflix, bro.
I hope they pull it off, though.
They won't, because it's too loved, and people will find flaws.
It's too loved, and it passes the test of time too. I watched it a couple months ago.
We will see. But yeah, I saw pictures of The Witcher.
Yeah, I've seen some pictures.
I don't know. I'm excited, and I'm also worried about it. That's another one where they're playing with fire.
I'm so worried about it, man.
We will see. So, anything else before we close off?
Netflix is out of their mind.
Okay, guys. So this is going to be it for this episode. Thank you so much for listening. We really appreciate everything. Just before we let you guys go, me and Dylan are also going to be doing a specific episodes in the podcast, which is going to be called from the couch, and it'll be what we watched on Netflix, and we will be talking about whether a seasons or a specific show, so we can give you recommendations of what you should be watching in Netflix, since we have nothing to do with our lives. It's terrible.
Amen.
But our first episode, if I'm not mistaken, we're going to talk about Umbrella Academy, right? And then we're also going to talk about Russian Dolls, which I have a theory about this show, but I'm not going to talk about it until the episode itself. If you guys have any other things that you would like to listen or hear, just let us know. You can either leave the comment on the actual website of the podcast, or you can email us at evilmetalgamers@gmail.com. And you can also find us at Twitter, or you can find us at Facebook and our Instagram. Once again, guys, if you can find us in iTunes, Spotify, and you can also find us in Google Play and Google Podcasts. And we appreciate everything, and thank you so much. You guys take care.
Your death will be legendary.